And I just want to let you know that this is your once in a lifetime chance to call your Congress critter, meaning House and Senate, and let them know that you want suppressors removed from the NFA. And the way to do that is you dial this number. You don't even have to know your House of Representatives name or anything. You can just dial this number, say, hi, I'm from this zip code. I need to talk to my member of the House. Tell them that you want the Hearing Protection Act included in budget reconciliation, and you want the version of the Hearing Protection Act included in budget reconciliation that removes suppressors from the NFA. Be kind, be polite, and then you're going to make 2 more phone calls to the same number. So I'm asking you to do 3 phone calls. Call this number back. Say, hi, I'm from this zip code. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you switch me to one of them, please? And remember who you're talking to. And tell them that you want the Hearing Protection Act included in budget reconciliation. And the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA. Be nice, be polite, be kind. Hang up the phone, call back a 3rd time. Hi, I'm so-and-so from the zip code. I talked to Senator A. I would now like to talk to my other senator. Call them up. When you're transferred over to them, be nice, be kind, be polite. Tell them, I want the Hearing Protection Act, the Hotel Papa Alpha, HPA, included in budget reconciliation. And please include the version of the HPA that removes suppressors from the NFA. And I just want to say hi to Kurt24. Thank you so much for all of your support. I greatly appreciate it. Guys, please make the phone call now. Don't wait. Make the phone call now. 3 phone calls. This is a once in 100 years, once in a lifetime opportunity that we have to get suppressors removed from the NFA. Please consider this. Make that phone call. Dial that number, the 202-224-3121. Please call them. Let them know that you want suppressors removed from the NFA and that they can do it by including the Hearing Protection Act, the Hotel Papa Alpha, into the budget reconciliation bill. We have the presidency, we have the House, we have the Senate. This is under consideration. Please keep the pressure up. Thank you for the thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Please keep the pressure on our House and our Senate. Let them know that you want the Hearing Protection Act included in budget reconciliation. So let me tell you what's going on. If suppressors are removed from the NFA, you can buy them like you would buy a firearm. No more $200 tax stamp, no photo, no fingerprints, no all sorts of forms. And you can just walk in, like in Florida with a concealed carry permit. You can just walk in, say, hand me that, pay for it, fill out a 4473, and walk out with it. And definitely have your family call, have your spouse, have your kids, have your neighbor. Please make the phones ring. It is so wonderfully and greatly appreciated that you guys are watching this, that you guys have given me support over the years on this channel. I guess I ask you to watch, like, share, subscribe. And if I don't verbally do that, I kind of imply that by trying to give you content you like. Please do me, do yourself, do your kids, the future generations a favor by dialing this number, saying, hi, I don't know who my congressman is. I want to talk to the member of House of Representatives that represents me. This is my zip code. Could you switch me to them? and they'll do it. And then say very nicely, kindly, and politely, please include the Hearing Protection Act in the budget reconciliation, the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA. And you're going to make that call 2 more times. You're going to call that number again, say, hi, I don't know my senator's phone number. Can you tell me their names? Okay, Bob and Jim, can you switch me to Bob? And when you talk to Bob, Senator Bob, I'm making it up, tell them again, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the Hearing Protection Act. I said that wrong. I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation. And you're going to do that call. You're going to be nice, polite, kind, and then call back, say, hi, I want to speak to my other senator. Could you switch me to him? I just spoke to Senator Bob. I need to talk to the other guy or gal or however they identify. And we know there's probably a lot of that. And tell them again, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that does that in the budget reconciliation bill. And I just want to say hi to M. Gabriel. Thank you for all of your support. Have your friends call, have your neighbors call, have your family members call. Please do this. This is so critically important. We have literally a once in 100-year, once in a lifetime chance to get suppressors removed from the NFA. We need, I'm not farting, I'm just like moving on a vinyl workout bench. Please have like the courage to call. It costs you nothing. Make 3 phone calls. It's going to take you less than 5 minutes. And rest assured that I want everybody to say, hey, I did every last thing I could to get suppressors removed from the National Firearms Act, the NFA. Please make this phone call. You're going to ask for your member of the House, and then you're going to make the phone call and ask for, hey, who's my senator? Fine, can I speak to the first one? And then call back, say, hi, I spoke to my first senator. I want to speak to my second senator. So all you have to do, you don't have to know anything other than this phone number and what I'm about to tell you. So you call the number, you give them your zip code, you say, please include the Hearing Protection Act in budget reconciliation in the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA, the National Firearms Act. And talk to both of your senators. Like I said, you just have to dial this number and you ask for your member of the House and then ask for your senator, remember which one you talk to, and then call back again and ask for the other senator. And they'll handle switching you over. So you just have to dial that and know your zip code. That's it. Senators, reps, what committee, now House rules. So this is out of the House. And just to keep everybody's feet to the fire, make 3 phone calls. Call your senator, your 2 senators and your House member. And please just make it known that, hi, my name is so-and-so. I live in this zip code. So all you have to know, dial the number, tell them your zip code. I don't know my congressman's phone number. Could you switch me to my congressman, my House of Representatives member? And tell them, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the Hearing Protection Act in the budget reconciliation. And be polite and kind, and then hang up. M. Gabriel, thank you so much for making the call. Be polite and kind. Call that number again. Say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you switch me to my senator? And remember the name, because next time you're going to call back and say, hi, I want to speak to my other senator. I spoke to Senator Bob. I now need to speak to my other senator. And again, just tell them, I want to make sure that suppressors are removed from the NFA. Please include the Hearing Protection Act, Hotel Papa Alpha, in the budget reconciliation bill. And the cool thing about this is you could then, if this happens, if suppressors are removed from the NFA, you literally could screw an oil can on the end of your gun and have it suppressed. You can make suppressors at home. If you buy a suppressor from any of the wonderful companies that build suppressors now, it would be just like buying a gun. You would fill out a 4473, and that would be it. You would transfer a suppressor to yourself. Or you could 3D print a suppressor. You could get a Temu fluid trap and make it into a suppressor. And since you're doing it yourself, just like building your own firearm, you don't have to put a serial number on it. You don't have to pay a tax for it. You can just do that. And I'm going to walk away for a moment because my dog wants to come in. And let me let the dog in. So my dog goes out, lays in the sun, gets overheated, and then comes back in and lays down on the tile floor. So guys, what I want you to do, if you're just tuning in, please dial this number. Say, hi, I don't know my congressman's phone number, but I'm from the zip code. Could you transfer me to my congressman? And very politely and kindly say, hi, I want to make sure suppressors are removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act in the budget reconciliation that will remove suppressors from the NFA. Be polite and kind, and you're going to make that phone call again and then say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you send me over to one of the senators, and remember his name, because you're going to make this call again and say, hi, I need to talk to the other senator, not the first one I talked to, and his name is Bob. I'm making it up. And again, tell them, I want to make sure that suppressors are removed from the NFA, that the Hearing Protection Act, the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA, gets included in the budget reconciliation. And this way, we can make our own suppressors like we make our own firearms, that we can buy suppressors like we buy firearms. You could 3D print suppressors. You could buy fluid traps and make them into suppressors. So you could buy suppressors like you do from your favorite suppressor company, and no wait time, no fingerprints, no photograph. Jason Ewing, how's it going, man? How you doing? I've been messaging Shayna on IG. So yeah, please call this number. Say, hi, I don't know my congressman's phone number. Could you switch me over to him? And very politely and kindly tell the congressman that, hi, oh, Shayna, how's it going? Tell them very politely and kindly that I want to make sure suppressors are removed from the NFA. And please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation. And hang up, call the number again, of course, being polite and kind. You have two senators, so remember the name, write it down on a piece of paper, say, hi, I don't know my senator's name or phone number, but I'm from the zip code. Could you switch me to one of them? And they'll say, fine, we'll send you to Senator Bob. I'm making it up. And please, hey, Johnny 3 Bar, what's up, man? The tube is blocking my chat? No way, no way. So call, and I'm sorry, if you hear a noise, I'm just on a vinyl bench and moving around. So it's not beans, the magical fruit, the musical fruit. So call this number, say hi. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you please put me in contact with him? And remember the name, write it down. Won't let me post the number. No way, no way. All right, well, the number is on the screen. It's 202-224-3121. So call, ask to talk to your senator, tell him, I don't know who my senator is or his phone number. Could you please name their names? Write one of the names down. Say, thank you. Would you be able to switch me over them? And of course, they'll ask you your zip code, and that's how they'll know who your senator is. And say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please. Oh, maybe you're not a moderator on this channel. Let's see, can I make you a moderator? Let's see, pin, remove, channel, add as moderator. Managing moderator, standard moderator. All right, you are now a moderator, Johnny 3 Bar. You know what it is? I don't go live on this channel. Um, so you're going to call this number, say, hi, I don't know my senator name or phone number. I'm from this zip code. Please connect me to my senator. And when you get transferred over, remember their name because you're going to call back again because you have two senators. Be nice, polite, and kind. Say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA. And you're going to be nice, polite, and kind. And then you're going to hang up and call the number again. And Johnny 3 Bar, now a moderator, drops the number. Call your reps. So it's 3 phone calls. You got one for the House of Representatives and 2 senators. So please, please keep it up. We are so close. We are so close to getting suppressors removed from the NFA. It's amazing. And if this happens, what's going to go on is you can make suppressors at your house. You can make them out of fluid traps. You can make them out of 3D printing. You could do whatever you want. Also, cool. You could just buy a suppressor you like, just like you buy a firearm. You just fill out a 4473 and pay whatever transfer fee that your FFL charges. So suppressors would be treated like firearms in every way. And you're not going to have, like, if you build your own suppressor, there's a Form 1. If you currently buy a suppressor, there's a Form 4. And you have to pay $200. You have to get fingerprints, submit a photo. There's a deep background check. It took me 2 months. It used to take like a year and a half to do. But it still costs $200 for your right. This is your right. If suppressors are firearms and firearms are covered by the Second Amendment, and the Second Amendment doesn't give you a right, the Second Amendment protects your right to keep and bear arms. It doesn't give you the right to keep and bear arms. You have that by breathing, by God creating you. You have the right to keep and bear arms. It's a natural right. So please call the number that you see here, just like Johnny 3 Bar posted. Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate that. The Capitol switchboard is 202-224-3121. You're going to call them. Hi, I don't know my congressman's phone number or name. I live in this zip code. Could you switch me to my house member? And tell them very politely and kindly that, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation bill. And then be polite, call again, say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you transfer me over there? And again, remember his name because you're going to call back a 3rd time and say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the Hearing Protection Act version that does that in the budget reconciliation bill. And be polite and kind. Hang up, call back the number. So 3 times you're going to call this number. And now you're going to call your senator and say, call this number and say, hi, I need to talk to the other senator. This is my zip code. Oh, yeah, Senator John. And thank you for switching me over there. And hi, Senator John. Would you please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation? And be polite and kind and thank them. So really that's all you need to do. It's so easy. We are so close. This is really almost the first time in 100 years that we're able to do this. The operators interns that take your calls are super helpful and nice. And that's so true. You have no fear. Like if you don't like talking to people, don't like to, they are very kind and polite. They're not like a cop pulling you over, getting you a speeding ticket. They are super nice. They're very helpful. They really are good people. Be nice to them. Say hi. I want suppressors removed from the National Firearms Act, the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that makes suppressors like firearms that you just have to fill a 4473 out and transfer them. So no more fingerprints, no more photograph, no $200 tax stamp, no $0 tax stamp, no registry. If we get suppressors removed from the NFA, you could literally 3D print your own suppressor. You could make a suppressor from an oil filter. You could make a suppressor from a fluid trap. You literally could do these things. Or any of the nice suppressor companies that are out there, you could buy a suppressor from them. And it won't cost you an extra $200 tax stamp. And for me, it was a 2-month wait after getting fingerprints. So you have to pay for fingerprints and you have to get a photograph. So, I mean, I did it with my phone, but you know, if you do it electronically, there's electronic fingerprints. A FedEx location by me was able to do it. But this would change all of that. If you make 3 phone calls to this number, talk to the member of the House, talk to your 2 senators. Just call this number, tell them your zip code. I want to talk to the member of the House that represents me. And say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation bill. And polite and kind, call the number back, say, hi, I don't know my senator's phone numbers. I'm from the zip code. Remember, you have 2 senators, so you're going to do this call twice, so remember who you talk to. And say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. And please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation bill. And you're going to do that twice. So 3 phone calls I'm asking you to make to this number. You don't have to know your senator's phone number, your House of Representatives phone number. All you have to know is this phone number. Give them a call and say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I want to talk to my congressman. Hi, I'm from the zip code. I want to talk to my senator. And then remember which senator you talk to. Say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I just talked to Senator Bob. I need to talk to my other senator. Can you switch me over there? And they'll politely, nicely, and kindly do that. And then tell them 3 times, 3 different people, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. And Black Diamond Guns and Gear is calling me. Hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act into the budget reconciliation bill that does that. That's all you got to say. It's so simple. Hi, I want suppressors removed from the NFA. And you call this number 3 times. Oh, okay. So, and I didn't fart. That's just my butt on a vinyl bench. So Josh Courtney's calling me about patches for GOA goals. And so we're going to be there with definition knives. Ooh, I got definition knives over here. Hold on. Uh-oh, he needs to finalize it. Dang, he works hard and fast. Little bit of like, ooh. Johnny 3 Bar, I need you to like include the link for definitionknives.com. That is the knife named after me. It is the Copilot. And all of, ooh, I got schmutz on it. Yeah, I was cleaning something out. So there is a light out in the yard and bugs and dirt were in it. And I just kind of scraped the bugs and dirt out. Look at that, Johnny 3 Bar, you are amazing. So yeah, guys, please, please, please call this number. You're gonna make 3 phone calls to this number. You're gonna ask for your House of Representatives member and say, I don't know who he is or his name or his phone number, but I live in this zip code, please transfer me to him. And then just say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. And please include in the budget reconciliation the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA. Be polite and kind, hang up, and then call again and call and say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I don't know my senator's phone number. Could you transfer me, could you give me their names and then transfer me to one of them? And then remember who you talk to, and same thing, say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act in budget reconciliation that does that. And then hang up the phone after you're nice, kind, and polite, and call the number again. Say, hi, I talked to my first senator. I'm from this zip code. I need to talk to my next senator. And they'll switch you over there and say, hello, I would like suppressors removed from the hearing protection. I said it again. Hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the National Firearms Act, the NFA. So guys, I really want to thank you. It looks like type 0+. What does that mean? Is that a knife and bleeding joke? Is that a knife joke? So what we're doing is we're calling this number, we're talking to your member of the House and your senators, asking them to remove suppressors from the National Firearms Act, that you want the version of the Hearing Protection Act included in budget reconciliation that does that. And what that means to all of you, to your kids, to everybody, is that, hi, I want suppressors removed from the National Firearms Act. And when they do that, it's going to be just like buying a gun. And just like you can make a gun at home, you could make a suppressor at home. You can make a suppressor from an oil can, from a fuel filter, oil filter, fuel filter, fluid trap. You literally can make cans yourself legally without a tax stamp if this gets passed. So please call this number, tell them your zip code. Hi, I don't know my congressman, my House of Representatives member's phone number. Could you transfer me over there? This is my zip code. And do the same thing for your 2 senators. Hi, this is my zip code. I don't know my senator's number. Can you transfer me over to the first one, the senior senator, and then the junior senator, and say to each one of them, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA, the National Firearms Act. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes firearms from the NFA in the budget reconciliation. This is a once in a lifetime chance. Please don't blow it. Call now. If you're driving, pull over on the side of the road. This is so, so very important. Make the phone call. Call these people. Let them know, hey man, Hearing Protection Act needs to pass. It needs to be included in the budget reconciliation. We need suppressors off the NFA. This is so critically important this gets done. So I want to thank you guys for, listening to me. I want to thank you guys for, Johnny 3 Bar, Kurt 24, the Ewing family. Thank you guys for joining me. M. Gabriel for making the phone call. I definitely appreciate it. Please make this call. Talk to the switchboard. This is the switchboard. You don't have to know anybody's phone number except this number, the 202-224-3121. Call them and say, hi, my zip code is whatever it is. I want to talk to my house member. And when they pick up, say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA, the National Firearms Act. And when they remove it from the National Firearms Act, you can build your own suppressor. So, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the Hearing Protection Act that removes firearms from the NFA in the budget reconciliation. And so you're going to make that call 3 times. You're going to call back the switchboard. That's the number I have on the center of the floor here. Call that number and ask for your senator. You have 2 senators. There's going to be a senior senator and a junior senator. Say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I'd like to talk to my senior senator. And tell them, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include in the Budget Reconciliation Act the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA. This is so critical. We want it removed from the NFA. And the reason we want it removed from the NFA is there's a couple of different ways the HPA could be enacted. One, the best way, is remove it from the NFA. So now there's no fingerprints getting done, no photographs, no background checks, no $200 tax stamp. If they make the $200 tax stamp 0, you still have to do fingerprints, you still have to do a photograph, you still have to do a background check. And if they do that, they're not going to lower the Form 1, meaning if I make my own suppressor, they're not going to allow you to make your own suppressor if suppressors are still on the NFA in a 0 tax stamp. So you want to call them, make 3 phone calls. Say, hi, I'm from the zip code. I want to talk to my member of the House of Representatives, and say, hey, please include the Hearing Protection Act in the budget reconciliation that removes suppressors from the NFA. Be nice, polite, and kind. Call back that number and say, hi, I would like to talk to my senior senator. And then call back, of course, give the same speech. Hi, I would like to talk to my junior senator. I'm from the zip code. Could you transfer me? I would like suppressors removed from the NFA, the National Firearms Act. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act in the budget reconciliation that removes suppressors from the NFA. And the whole idea behind this is we want suppressors to be transferred like firearms, or like firearms, if suppressors are off the NFA, you can build your own suppressor. No paperwork, no tax stamp, no nothing. You could 3D print a suppressor. You could make a suppressor out of an oil filter. You could make a suppressor out of a Napa filter. You can make a suppressor out of a fluid trap. You literally, right now, it's illegal to screw a thing on the end of your barrel that you made yourself. that moderates sound. That is illegal. Cash, no papers, no cash, no papers. How about that? So yeah, guys, please, I'm asking you, this is a once in a lifetime chance, once in 100-year chance. Put the pressure on the Senate, put the pressure on the House. Call this number. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to know who your congressmen or senators are. You don't have to know their phone numbers. All you have to know is your zip code. Dial this number, say, hi, my zip code is blah. I want to talk to my congressman. And just say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that takes suppressors off the NFA. If you script it out in the comments and pin it to the top, it will get more people to call. Yes, good point. Thank you, Johnny 3Bar. Thank God I've got people out there that help me with my brain power. Thank you, guys. So call that number 3 times. You're going to call and ask your House member and tell them your zip code. You're going to call the number and say, hi, I want to talk to my senior senator, and give them your number. And hi, I want to talk to my junior senator, and give them your zip code. And when you talk to them, say, hi, I would like suppressors removed from the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA in the budget reconciliation bill. This is realistically a once in 100-year chance we have gotten to be able to do this. Please do this. This is so important. I really beg you guys, literally, if you're driving, pull over and do it. This is so critically important. I'm gonna drop off. Thank you guys for watching my channel, for subscribing, for supporting me with at definitionknives.com. Thank you for, like I said, like, share, subscribe, all of that. This is something that you can do for yourself, that you can do for your friends, your family, the future generations. If you take suppressors off the NFA and have it included in the Budget Reconciliation Act, the version of the Hearing Protection Act that removes suppressors from the NFA, we could get this done. Please don't say, I'm going to call later. Do that now. If you're like me, the second you turn your head, you're on to something else. You're busy with something else and you're going to forget. I'm really counting on you people. I'm asking you to do this for me, for you, for your friends, for the future generations, that they don't have to get fingerprinted, photographed, and pay a $200 tax stamp fee and wait months. It used to be years, wait months to get a suppressor. There's no reason, if I can own all of these things, I can own a 50 cal, I can own all of these pistols, there's no reason I can't make them quiet. And it's not quiet for everybody else, or kind of is, but it's more quiet for me because I got a constant ring in my ears. And if I was able to shoot with a can, I would have been able to protect my hearing. And that's so critically important to all of us. Call this number, give them your zip code, and you're going to make 3 calls to this number. Hi, I want to talk to my House member. This is my zip code. Hi, I want to talk to my senior senator. This is my zip code. Hi, I want to talk to my junior senator. This is my zip code. And be polite and kind. And when they transfer you over, say, hello, I would like suppressors removed from the National Firearms Act, the NFA. Please include the version of the Hearing Protection Act, the HPA, into the budget reconciliation that removes suppressors from the NFA. And that's it. That's all you got to do. 3 phone calls, just like I said. Guys, thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you guys have a great day. Please get this done. Thank you so much.